Well, hello. Are you there? 6 people, I guess. uh, I'll just wait a few minutes for people to join, and then we will start with the class. Just wanna point out, this is one of the many classes I'm gonna be doing. So, if you're interested in editing and other stuff, come around next week. uh, so, I feel quite lonely right now. Isn't like anybody else gonna join? Matteo is with us. Great Matteo Paolini. Great guy. Best cinematographer. Oh, Mac Horse is here. Yee boy. Well, I think we are gonna start right now. Okay, 5 people, I think that's enough. Yeah, I know the delay. Well, okay, I'm gonna start, I guess. So, hello, you probably won't know me. I'm Agres. I'm a cinematographer in Minecraft and I make videos and stuff. And well, today I'm not gonna actually teach you how to edit videos and stuff. I'm gonna be talking about the process of the planning of the cinematic, more theoretical class. So, the first thing I'm gonna point out are the mods I'm gonna be using. So, the mods I recommend are Aperture for recording your paths. I use this mod because it's quite comfortable, more than mods like Replay and Camera Studio. I like it because it gives you good workflow for what at least I do. So that's the mod I use for making paths, and the one I use for recording those paths is Minima. It's really easy to set up and you can record really smooth footage with it. Really recommend it. I don't recommend using screen recorders because the footage may be like wobbly and stuff, not 60 FPS or whatever, and so I would use Aperture and Minima. And there are also some other mods made by Mac Horse that I would use if I needed to. like Metamorph, Blockbuster, and Imaginary. So these mods are like supplementary for Aperture and, well, I guess other mods. So Metamorph is actually something to, morph into different kind of players, mobs, blocks, any 3D model really. So you can create NPCs and then record them with the Blockbuster mod. So you can actually make actors with only you playing Minecraft instead of making a server with several actors. And Imaginary is kind of like putting PNG and this kind of images into Minecraft. It's quite useful, I guess, for text and stuff. So yeah, that is the setup I would use to make cinematics. Yeah. So okay. So now I'll start with the part that you may be looking for. There you go. So the thing is, what's a cinematic really? Why do you make a cinematic? What's the point of making a cinematic for a build? Well, for me, it's enhancing the expression of the build. Like, you want to enhance and make better the expression of the build, because a still build can't really tell much. Well, it can, but it can tell more when seen in a video or a render. But I feel like a video makes any build come to life and makes it look better, like a render does. So it's all around what you want the viewer to feel when watching your cinematic. It may be a scary cinematic, it may be a happy cinematic, a techno cinematic, I don't know, any kind of cinematic, and each style makes the viewer feel different. For this map, actually, the Akumu, the Dream Consumer, what I would choose is a rather spooky and dark cinematic, because the build shows the spookiness, but if it was any other kind of happy build, you don't want to make a super spooky cinematic. So that's the whole point, choosing the right style of cinematic for each build, because the cinematic complements the build, but the build also complements the cinematic. So I think it's quite clear what you need to express in a cinematic. You need to express a feeling, a style, and you gotta make the viewer feel what you are feeling when doing that video. Because you may think that the viewer is feeling what you feel, but you gotta make sure of that. Like, maybe you feel something when editing the video, but then the viewer just sees a normal piece of video. So you gotta take that in count. So among with the feelings, you also need a music that expresses that feeling, because the main part of a cinematic, it's really the audio, the music you use, the sound effects you use. And choosing the right music, the right song, the right piece of audio is essential to make a cinematic look good. because without a cinematic, sorry, without a music, your cinematic is quite dead, lifeless. I don't know if you understand me. So when choosing a song for a cinematic, you gotta take in account what I said earlier. You gotta take in account what you want the viewer to feel. So if you want them to feel kind of creepiness thing, you wanna choose a really creepy song. If you are making a cinematic for a happy forest, or I don't know what example to put, but yeah, something like that, you want the music to really fit into that sensation. So for this build that I'm going to be recording today, I chose this music. I hope you agree with it. So let me open the audio file. So I'm gonna skip some parts. Well, I think I will stop there. Well, the thing is, I chose this piece of music because it's kind of creepy and dark, but at the same time, it has some sprinkles of creepily happy things. Because taking account this build is about the dream eater, the dream consumer. So it's actually a very dark piece of build that it would be disguised in reality, disguised with happiness, because it's like a dream and it eats your dreams, and it's kind of, I think it like a monster that disguises as a happy kind of creature, but then it reveals that it's super creepy thing. So if you can hear this part of the song, so I think this is kind of more musical theory, but anyways, did you hear the harp in this piece? I relate that harp to happiness, to, perfection. But then these violin things come out. And it gets dark and creepy. And I think it reflects what I told you earlier about creepiness disguised as happiness. So that's exactly why I chose this piece of music, and it was not a random selection. Like, you may think I just popped out YouTube and I just got to search any kind of dark music, but I was actually a whole day finding for music because I didn't find any that really fit the cinematic. So when I found this, I said, yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. So it's Diego says, how do you do your cinematics? Well, this is the class about how to do cinematics, so I guess you'll have to listen. So yeah, the music thing said, we're gonna start with another thing. Whoa, there you go. The camera. The camera is a really important part of the video, like the music. It all complements together. So there are lots of different types of camera movement and camera sensations, and a single camera movement can express a whole lot of different things. It's the theory of the camera movement. You can watch any video to see what camera movement tells you what, but really it's just about choosing the right path. So the path is the movement of the camera in this kind of Minecraft cinematics. So the path is what the camera does, how the camera moves through the map. So if I can go to Minecraft right now, I'm just opening the world with the map. By the way, thanks to Marcio for this map, to Woodview, to whatever you are called. So I guess you are seeing my Minecraft right now. So this is the map. Tell me if you are seeing the map. I'm not sure. You should, but I don't know. Well, so this map, it speaks for itself. It's creepy, it's a piece of darkness, and as I said, I don't know if this is what the builders meant with the build, but I see this as a dream, as a perfect dream, as a dream of a child. It's happy, it's colorful, but then it gets consumed by the calamity, by this thing, Akumu, I guess. Yeah, it lags, I know. So I'm just gonna, well, this is the cinematic camera. If you don't know how to make it, like, just go to here. I guess that's not what okay, here we go. Toggle cinematic camera. That's it. You just assign it to F4 in my case. So this is what I use for explanations. So if I were to make a movement here, how would you move the camera according to the music? Well, for that we need to analyze the music. We need to write down what the music tells us to do with the video. So if I just pop up After Effects right now, please, After Effects. I'm just opening After Effects. Okay, there we go. So this is After Effects for someone who doesn't know, I guess. I think you all know what After Effects is, but well, anyway. So we are gonna start listening to the first part of the song. Okay, that's a part. Okay, a part of the music. And we are going to go to the second part. Sorry, failed there. Here starts the second part. Now the third part will start. And now the fourth part. Okay, that's it. So you see this like, you know, this part of the song is quite calm, quite not as intense as the second part. So I'm gonna just show you the climax. If you don't know what climax is, it's like when the music really pops out, like when it gets louder, or you know. So the climax will start right now. Sorry, there we go. That's the first climax we have here. Yeah, McHorse is right. It's the highest point of the music. So in this piece of music, we have the calm part, that is the first part. This is the calm part. Then if we jump to the second part, it's the climax, the highest point of the song, where this choir and all this comes together to make a loud song. And as you can hear, there's an harp that I told you earlier. And that harp really expresses the happiness, the little piece of happiness of the build. Well, here the climax has gone, but it's even creepier than earlier, as you see, as you hear in this part of the piece. It's not that creepy, it's more calm. And here it's more creepy. That's really creepy, the creepy part of this. And well, there's more of the song going on here, but I think I would crop it till here. The song keeps here. And well, this is the final part of the music. When all the darkness has gone, it makes you feel well. These horns really make it, you know, all the creepiness has gone, and you are left out with just happiness. And that's it. So now we are going to switch back to Minecraft. So we have three parts. We have the calm part, the really climax part, and the creepy part. So now we have to connect the build with the music. So now in the calm part, we need to make a shot where the monster Akumu does not appear. So I would choose something like this temple right here. That reminds me of the sea temple, ocean temple, whatever. Or this, I don't know, some, you know, the environment of the thing. maybe this build right here. This would be the creepy part, I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. So now we have chosen our field of view, what we have to look at in this specific shot. So now it goes with the camera movement. What camera movement would you use for this? Well, in my opinion, we have this here. Oops, it's lagging a bit. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm streaming. Well, oh, end portals going on here. Okay, so I will go like something like this, you know, not in this speed, but something like let me see. You really want to point out the non-darkness of this part, and well, it's growing day, so another trick, if you don't know, it's making game world dot do they like cycle and make it false, and the sky will not move at all. By the way, I'm gonna make the moon go, well, I don't know, maybe right there, it's okay. So the camera movement here that I chose, it's not, you know, random thing. I think what we have to express here is that these kind of vines, I don't know how to call them, but these tentacles or whatever, are consuming this temple, that it's the happy dream of a kid, imagine it. So to point out it's actually going deeper, the camera needs to go down to emphasize that these tentacles are consuming this build. The build is not animated, but you gotta point out the animation in it. So I would do something similar to this. Feel free to make questions or whatever you need. I'll just listen. So yeah, make questions if you need. Okay. Yeah, the map is beautiful, MacHorse. Okay, so I'm gonna open Aperture. If you don't know, just open it with the C. And I'm gonna make a new camera. Well, I call it Toma Uno because it's the Spanish term, but for you I'll go with Shot 1 and create a new. I'm gonna disable my name. So we're going to, the first point of the path will be here. I really want to point out the moon, but I don't feel like that's possible really. Maybe with, nope, yeah, I think that's better. Well, actually, to be honest, yeah, I like that best. What mod is that? It's called Aperture. One moment. I think so yeah, I spoke about the mods earlier. These are the mods. Aperture for making the paths, making the camera movements, and Minima for the recording of those paths. So with MacHorse is the maker of the Aperture mod and the Metamorph, Blockbuster, and Imaginary Mob, so thank you for those. So MacHorse, if you want to link out your mods in the chat for anyone. So back to Minecraft. Nope. So you just start the path with a C, make sure you are in the first point you wanna make the path. So you select path, and then you move out what you think it's good. I feel like this is quite what I want, so it feels like those vines are going up. I guess something like that. Just check the plus thing here. I'll make it 120, and there you go. This mod is so smooth. It's butter smooth. I love it. So thumbs up to MacHorse. So yeah, I think I would make a field of view animation. If you don't know what that is this thing right here. You can change it in Minecraft by default like this, but you can also change it with an option here. So you select the first point, and I'm gonna make it about 60. There we go. And well, no, I'll make it 50, and I'll make this 65. And well, this movement of the field of view, I don't know if you perceive it, but it's about what if you one moment. This is the field of view at 50 more or less, and this is the one at 73. You see that what you're looking at here is more, you are telling the viewer to see this orange thing here, but if I were to put it in 73, you will be viewing these things right here and these things right here, and the focus of the viewer would be gone. So you really need to point out where to look, because the viewer doesn't know where to look. You need to point that out. So now you see how the orange thing is in the center. You know, really, it's really clear where you have to look. And here you go with a bigger field of view, because now, as I said, you don't want to show the actual orange thing. You really need to show up the environment right here, because I talked about how the environment is consuming this build. So now, instead of only showing the build, you also need to show up the environment by changing the FOV and going farther away. So you go from the temple only to a bigger environment. So Mario has something to say. What about going away from the build that is consumed, but changing the FOV so it keeps the same size? With the render distance, it become darker. So you want the build to become darker, right? Well, there are several methods to do that. I think the way you said it wouldn't be as perfect as the other method I have. The sync mode. What's sync mode? Well, anyway, so I'm gonna make another for you, Matteo. So showed 1.2 new. So there we go. So you say to make this right here kind of here, I guess. We'll make a path, make it 120, and just go like far away, I guess. Well, there's this build going on, so we can go too far. So Maybe, I don't know if this is what you meant. I guess you did. There we go. Oops, sorry for that. I'm not really an expert doing these FOB changes, so GOG sync mode. I don't know what sync makes, but anyway, you'll explain to me later. So, as you see, the change in the FOB is really making its presence. So I don't really like it because you can feel the distortion that the field of view makes. I would rather use another way, so let me... Oops. So, as you see here, the distortion is not as I don't know how to say it, but yeah, there's no much distortion here going on. So if you wanted to make this build become darker, I don't know if it's a good idea, but anyway, I'll try because any idea can be good. So you could use the depth map. I'm really fan of the depth map. So, by the way, thanks to oh fuck. So thanks to MacHorse, in this depth map, if I go to, I don't know which one was it. Yeah, here. Thanks to MacHorse, I have a private shader where I can change the depth map. So it's 400. I'm gonna put it in around 100. So yeah, that's about right, I guess. So to be honest, I wanna try out the idea Mario had. So yeah, I'm gonna record 2 clips. This is the technique I use for depth maps. So first I shoot one with the depth map, and then I shoot another one without the depth map. Oh, sorry, Matteo. Well, bye, I guess. Bye, Matteo. He had to go. Well, so this is the depth map. For those who don't know what a depth map is, you can actually change this so to, you know what a chroma is, like the green screen thing, so you can make it but with the black things. So you can select only the black things and remove the white part. So for an example, you could just remove the sky. I'm gonna show an example I have here. This is the video I made. Oops. So as you see here, there's no sky, and this is not any external software. This is actually made by removing the sky with a depth map. If I go to the article I made that surely no one has seen, so in the effects breakdown you can see this depth map, and as you see, the contrast between this part and this part is really high, you know. So you can just remove the background and then edit the background and the foreground by itself. So actually you get this effect, and you can make whatever you want with the background and stuff. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. So back here we have the depth map thing. So I would actually render this out with Minima. So you enable Minima, and I actually have it installed here. If I go here, well, I have all, these are my presets if someone wants them. So that's it. So now I'm just gonna make this to frame 0 and make it happen. So now actually what Minima is doing is making Minecraft flow one frame per second or less to actually make a footage of 60 frames per second. So actually when this is rendered out, you will have a totally smooth 60 FPS 4K resolution video. In my presets I have 4K because lately I'm working with 4K, but you can work with, I don't know, 1080 or 2K, what you want. Sorry, what's that, MacHorse? It's Hout? I didn't understand that, sorry. Well, while this is rendering, I will explain something because we have a lot of time. This is the song, and I'm gonna cut it in when the first section ends. There you go. That's a section of the map of the song. Sorry. The technique of the depth map by multiply looks. Oh yeah, I know. It really pops out. Oh, I think I'm not showing the screen right now. So I think you are seeing right now my After Effects. So this is kind of the first section of the song. Okay, there you go. So a section of this is 13 seconds long. So I guess this I think there are 720 frames here. So I think those will make a 60 FPS 13 seconds, if my maths are right, I guess. So I'm not gonna show any editing here, but I will, I don't know, I wanna explain the depth map right now. Or I may leave it for next, yeah, I'll leave it for next class, okay? I know it's sad, but that's it. The decision is made. I will show the depth map maybe next week in the basic class, or maybe the next week with the advanced class. I don't know what you guys think. Please let me know in the chat. Well, this has done rendering. So if we actually, sorry, one moment. If we actually go to, wait, I don't want my private files to get discovered. So you go to After Effects and import, and here you wanna go to this folder that has been created. So this folder contains the images that make up the video. So I'm just gonna select them all and click on target sequence, and I'm just gonna click import. Sorry for my Spanish After Effects, I'm really sorry, but I'll translate for you. So here you go. This is actually not 60 FPS as you see here, it's 25 FPS. So if I go here and go to, I don't know how it's in English, but I guess it's interpret, well, I don't know how to how to translate it, but go Control Alt G, and here the FPS you're gonna put 60 FPS. There you go. As you see here, it's not quite as long as it should, so I'm gonna sacrifice some of the FPS. I'm gonna put it in 55, if that does it. Yeah, I think that will make it. So yeah, so it's actually not moving right now because I have disabled the viewing mode, but I can enable it for you. And well, this is gonna take a lot of time to render, pre-render I guess you'll say. And here we are gonna change our shaders to be known for the rest of the video. We're gonna render all this out, all the background and stuff, and when we are done, we just make the same this same path with Minima as shown here, so it will render again. I'll just stop this. I think it's unnecessary to show this, and well, please don't crash. Please, After Effects, don't crash. I think it's gonna crash. Do you think it's gonna crash? Well, I don't know. Oh my god. After Effects, damn it. Well, I don't know if it crashed. Oh my god. Well, this is rendering quite slow and After Effects is not responding, so I'm just gonna I don't really know what's happening here. This is a rip. No, please stop rendering. Well, so you see, don't stream and render in After Effects at the same time. Just saying. Like 5 people are watching my fail right now. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. So it's rendering really fast, really slow, I guess. we'll have to wait till it's done. But till then, I will try to explain better what I said earlier. So, with this particular cinematic, I want to show the viewer how creepy the map can be, but at the same time, how not creepy it is. I don't know if this is a good explanation, but I think in the really deep part of this build, there's a cute little map, a cute little kid with a cute little dream being eaten by this monster. So at first I wanna show the fun part and the good part of the map. You know, I can't because the map is already creepy, but that's what all is about. You need to try to modify the build just by the camera movement and the music. You can change a whole lot of the map only by the visuals and the sound. So in the first part, if I want to show the good part of the build, I'll just take the calm piece of music and I'll take calm shots, and then when the climax comes, I really want to show the beast, Akumu. I want to show the Dream Eater when the highest point of the music comes. That's what I really want to do. So this is about to render. So I think it's quite clear what I need to do and what I want the viewer to feel, because remember, it's all about that. It's all about the viewer, because if there's no viewer, I guess there's no cinematic, right? Well, that finished the rendering, and we made a really good looking shot right here. So as you see, this kind of shot, the one that is going farther away with the map, really shows us the environment. But what if I made it the other way around? I made it like this. Well, this kind of camera movement is showing us that there's something happening here. In this part of the temple, there's something happening, and the camera is telling us to look at that part. If the camera goes farther away, it's telling us, damn it, there's nothing to look at here. So just concentrate in the environment, because that's what it's all about. Okay, bye, McHorse. Well, I guess you have to go, so bye. I guess you will be able to watch it when it's re-uploaded. So I'm gonna check something out here. I'm gonna check Twitter if there's something going on. Sorry. Yeah, notifications. Okay, so in this case, there's nothing really happening in that temple. What you're trying to do is all about making this sensation of that the build is actually being consumed. So you just wanna get rid of the focus of that build and put the focus back in the environment. But if it was actually, just imagine this temple is magical, and this temple will save us all, and this temple will get rid of all these plants and will get rid of the monster, then you wanna get this path, because it tells us, damn, there's something happening there. Just look at it, look at what it is doing to the environment. So that's the theory of the farther camera and the inner camera. So there's a difference. It's not random. You don't choose it because, oh, it looks great. No. Every camera has a why in it. So if you want to tell something with the camera, do it this way. So obviously these are not the only two ways of the camera movement, but they are the main ones. So for this case I chose this. For this one I would also choose that, but in reverse. So I said that if there's something happening, you should focus it, but not always, because there's something happening here. Or is it? You know, the most sensible thing to do would be to go here, because there's something happening here, so I have to zoom out and, whoa, check out this. But is it really what is happening? Did you notice this? This is what's happening. This thing, it's just eating this whole thing. So what's actually happening, this or this? Tell me in the comments. What do you really want to point out? That there's a giant mask going on, or that the mask is eating all the map? Well, I'm speaking in English because the Builder Academy is an English community, so it wouldn't make sense if I made it in Spanish. I don't know if you get it. So this event is taking place in the Builders Academy community, so yeah, I'm making it in English for that reason. So no one's really saying anything in the chat, so I don't know. I just think that even if this is the most notorious part of the build, I think what's really happening is this right here, the giant mess this is causing. So to show all that, to show the environment, but still focus on this, because this is the beautiful part of the cinematic, just go away and show that this mask, show what that mask is doing to the environment. And that way you'll get the focus on the beautiful part of the map, but also show what's happening here. So let me make that, and I'm gonna start by actually making this. So we wanna give this mask authority, we wanna give this mask power. So this is the way to give it power, to look it from the lowest part, to give the sensation it's bigger. But what if we look it from here? Then it just seems little, it seems small, it seems, you know, it wouldn't kill a fly. And this is kind of neutral. The thing that this kind of shot, I think it's about that the object is leveled up with you, so it's kind of speaking with you. So if I was gonna make a shot like this, that's really to focus the viewer in the mask and say, oh, wait, this mask is saying something to me. But as I said earlier, we don't want to do that. We want to show the environment instead. So I'm going to look at it from the lowest part, something like this. And so I'm not looking at it directly, so it's not directly speaking with the viewer. I don't know if you're understanding me. So I'm gonna make another shot. Shot 2. So I just get rid of that. Oops. There we go. So starting from here in the center, of course. I mean, you could do it from this side, but I think it gives it more authority, more power if you do it from just under it. From here, from the... Yeah, I think this is the best part to do it. So I'm just gonna disable Minima, make a path, and there you go. And now I'm gonna show the environment. I'm gonna show the viewer what's really happening with this mask. So I'm gonna make the fob bigger, I guess. And this build is really killing it all. So I'm going to push out to the limit. I think it's lagging a bit, but well, I'm sorry. Well, I think that's about right. So I'm gonna add the point, make it 120, and as you see, we are, rather than showing the focus in this beast, we are actually saying to the viewer, oh, you should see what's happening in the environment. I don't know if you get it. So that's about it. That's about the path. I would rather make it look more this way. I know if that changes the thing a whole lot, but well. So that's it. Another thing that people, I really hate when this happens, and it's one small detail, that this render thing is getting me mad. One, because it's laggy, and two, because the render distance is too small for this map. So when you go farther away, you can see the chunks unloading, and that's something I really hate seeing. I hate it. So please go to go to details, or yeah, go to details and go to fog and make it fancy, because this will reduce the chunk going away. With a black thing, it's not really super effective, but it makes it kind of smoother thing. And I don't know why this is lagging. Oops. Well, I'm gonna save this profile. I'm gonna save this profile. I'm gonna save that profile. And I'm just gonna get out of Minecraft. One moment. And I guess now it will be better. Please don't lag. Thank you. Oh, so not what I wanted. Shot 2, please. MacHorse, you really gotta fix this because I don't know what's happening here. There you go. So this shot is the climax shot. The climax shot, I don't know how it's pronounced. But I see this as this part of the song. So this is really calm, and then this happens. When the choir starts, I would place this shot because it's the climax of the build. So we gotta make sure that the build and the song are connected. When the song is calm, the build is calm. When the song is creepy, the build is creepy. And when the song is in the climax point, the build is in the climax point. So you really gotta find the climax of the build. Maybe not all the builds have a climax, but anything that has an environment, the environment is normally the calm part, and the main structure or organic is the climax part. So, well, I think that's it for today. Or maybe I'll... Do you want me to explain more camera shot things? Like more camera movement theory? Well, I'm gonna do it because I can. Well, so there are several camera movements. And in Minecraft it's really easy because you can fly. In the real life you would need a drone and that's really expensive, so thanks, you can fly in Minecraft. So you could do something like this. Why is it lagging so much? Oh. So if you did this, this would be a horizontal camera shot, these two, the one that goes to this right and the one that goes right. And this is to prolongate a shot. So you're not actually really catching the attention of one thing, rather you're catching the attention of two things. So if I started my camera here, one moment, I would actually start the camera here, and actually the focus point here is this tentacle. But when I move to the other side and go with the flow of the tentacles, I really see the temple, or I really see the creepy part, or I really see the ground. Anything that I want to do, this is the horizontal shot. So you can also do something like this and go showing the... I'm not really fan of this shot because it makes you feel so dizzy. And please don't make this. Don't make something like that. Don't make a super big pan, because that's just gonna make the viewer feel super dizzy. So you wanna... If you are gonna do that, first you need a reason to do that, and two, make it really slow, like slower than this. And probably you wanna make the field of view smaller, so the viewer doesn't get lost. So this is a very risky camera path, so I wouldn't recommend it for beginners. But if you are an intermediate or something, you can use it, but I guess don't abuse of it and use it when you have to use it, not random times. So I'm gonna make shot 3 here because I really liked this shot. And I'm gonna start from here. like something like that. And I'm gonna make a path and then make this go a little bit up to keep the flow of the tentacles. And well, this tentacle right here is destroying the focus we have to that temple, so we can't go up because this tentacle is actually removing that focus point. So we should go down, so this tentacle is out of our focus point, and I would go with another one. And oops, maybe I'd go with something more, you know, go something like that. I think that's about right. So as you see, none of the tentacles are interfering with the focus point, also known as the build. And here, there's nothing between me and the focus point, that is the tentacle. So this is the good part about a pan or a horizontal shot. You can have 2 or more focus points, but you have to really show them, because if I went from here to here, what's the focus point really? Is it the tentacle? Is it the environment? Or is it the temple? What is it? Like, this tentacle is just destroying it all. So if I go deeper and go actually less deep, right there, right there. So this tentacle is not interfering. So there you go. By the way, maybe I should make something like that. Yeah, I think that's quite better. Well, I don't really like this shot, but I think you got the point of it. Now you have to try it. I'm not really fan of this, but well, it's what I got. There's also the one that goes up and the one that goes down. So yeah, this glass is really lagging my Minecraft right now. Well, I hate the glass. Well, I think that's it. Really, I think you got the point. So I think I'm gonna stop this stream here. I think most of the viewers are gone. But anyway, I think you got all the points. The focus is really important, guys. Really important. You can just like, let me sorry. So you can't like, well, for a better explanation, I'll get rid of it and I'll make actually diamond thing. Yeah, that's great. So stack 100, and well, you can just go through this. Like, if your focus point is that mask, why should you pass through this thing? It's nonsense, because you're distracting the viewer and you are making the viewer focus on this pillar. But if you go here, by the way, there's also a cool thing named the reveal one, so you can actually make this look so you are actually redirecting the focus point for none to the mask. This is actually not a focus point. You are actually not seeing, you are not perceiving much here. So this is not actually comparable with this. So your eyes totally disconnect from this thing and connect to that. Because if I do this and then go here, would you stay seeing that? Or would you rather see the mask? I don't know if you get the point, but yeah. And well, you can also try other camera paths like the spiral thing, the one that goes down, the spiral thing here also. I call this bed the bed shot because you go from here, shot 4 5 or whatever. So here, this is a bad camera shot, but anyway, I like this because you go from here to here, but actually in this you can actually make the roll like this. There you go. And I call this bed the bed shot. I don't know why I call it like that, but you can also make the negative bed. This is a curve, a smooth curve, and you can actually make this, oops, so I mean, I'm not really fan of this, but you can play around with the roll option. So yeah, I think that's it for today. Next week I will be speaking about the editing, about the depth map, about the basic editing and cutting. And well, I think that's really all I have to say about the preparation of the cinematic. So if you enjoyed it, please like it and share it so more people can see the next stream. And this stream will actually re-upload, so if you wanna watch it, you can actually do it. So that's it, guys. Bye.